it's your girl King Cat, and I'm back with another one. Excuse my clothes and excuse my hair, y'all.
Excuse my hair.
I literally got invited. My friend has a podcast, and he just wants to basically talk about my life and blah, 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 and how I got into this industry, coming from my history. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys because, yeah, tune into the podcast. But also, that means that I have to get this face together, okay? So I am fresh out the shower. My face is dry because I want to do skin prep with you guys, okay? So before we get into the video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. And anyway, let's get into it. This video is going to be with affordable products. Most of these products can be found either at Target or at Ulta. And yes, this is my affordable everyday makeup routine. There's only like 2 items that cannot be found at Ulta, and that's gonna be my primer and that's gonna be my eyebrow pencil that I use, but we'll get there when we get there. Otherwise, let's get into the skin prep, period. For starters, I'm starting with the Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid plus B5, and I'm just going to go ahead and put that on my face. I love hyaluronic acid for skin prep. So yeah. And just look how moisturizing that is. Like, my face looked so dry. Shout out, my hands need some lotion too, for real. So do you guys see the difference? See how moisturized I am? And that's literally just using hyaluronic acid, okay? Number 2, Black Girl Sunscreen. It is so imperative that you guys use sunscreen because it helps prevent aging, fine lines, things of that nature, skin cancer. And yeah, a lot of people think, especially like if you are, you know, of darker complexion, think that we don't need sunscreen, but we do. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that and I'm just gonna pat it into my skin. And that's gonna be it for skin prep. So I'm gonna use the Milk Primer, 2 pumps, and this is not gonna be found at Ulta. This is actually from Sephora. And yeah, you can also use this as like an everyday moisturizer as well. Do you see how much hydration? Yeah, so this is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. It has so much hydration in it, and it just leaves the skin super dewy, and we love that. So I'm gonna start off with my brows. I'm gonna just brush them up. I'm gonna take a little bit of my Got2b Glued spiking glue and put that all over my brow. Next, I'm gonna take the Urban Decay Brow Blade in the shade Blackout, and I'm gonna take the felt ink stain part of it, and I'm going to fill in any of the empty areas on my brow. My son had a really cool idea. He suggested that I ask you guys to, if there's anything that you guys wanted to confess, or if there's any questions that you wanted to ask me for the next video, comment below if you guys want to participate in a little Q&A where we can like get into some tea with each other and blase and whatnot. Also to go ahead and follow me on Instagram, and you guys can leave messages there as far as, you know, just tea, so we can get to know each other. I would love to connect with you guys and like see where y'all are from and just different things, or y'all can just tell me what y'all goals are for the new year. I'm definitely like, I'm one of those super corny people. Like, I love to talk about like goals. Well, okay, so it's not corny, but you know, some people think it is. I always like joke like that. So when I say that, don't think that I think goal setting and stuff like that is like corny. It's not. I think actually it's essential, and I think if you're smart, you would catch the vibe. You get what I'm saying? Okay, so next we're going to get into the Thread complexion stick. I recently watched the Netflix special. It had Jackie Aina in it, and this brand was created by the same people who did the lip bar. So yeah, I'm actually really excited. I hear really good things about it. So yeah, and honestly, I'm gonna be really honest with you guys about this. I know it's Black owned and I'm always rooting for my people, trust me. But also too, I can't stand cream complexion products. Like, I'm a liquid girl, like, so yeah. But I went ahead and decided that I was gonna try this because I ran, like, I don't want to, okay, so I use Dior foundation. I don't want to keep using that, all of my good stuff, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so this is my shade. Yes, actually this shade looks like perfect. I might be a little more red, but that's okay because my bronzer is gonna fix that. And this is the shade 110 in the shade medium gold. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. I want to kind of define my brows with this foundation. So let's start there first. This is the EIG Show eyeshadow brush. I always talk about it. And I'm just gonna go over the top, probably from the middle to the tail, and just define that. Yeah, this shade is actually really perfect for me. Y'all see that? So far I like it, but the reason why I like liquid foundations more than I like creams is just because the creams tend to be more dry, and that's what I'm finding here. Like, this formula it's very beautiful, but it is a little bit dry, which is concerning because I like to use a lot of powder and I like it to sit for however long I want to wear my makeup, you know? But I mean, as far as the coverage, I mean, look at it, you see it. That coverage is there, baby. Like, the coverage is there. I feel like I'm talking a lot in this video. I did have coffee today, though. That might be the reason why. Okay, so the brows are done. So let's see how this applies to the rest of my face. Okay, so the coverage is like hella creamy. And as you can see, like, this coverage is, it has really good coverage. This actually looks crazy. I look crazy right now. And then for my forehead, I'm gonna take a P. Louise 793 brush, and I'm just gonna buff this out. Working on the weekend like usual. Way off in the deep end like usual. Very blendable. I feel like this shade is a little yellow for me, but in person it doesn't look like that. So this is why I always use two foundations, because my shade is kind of tricky. This is not cakey, like, at all. It doesn't even look cakey, and we love that. So the next product that we're going to use is the Black Radiance HD Color Corrector, and I'm going to use that as a concealer. It's almost giving like LA Girl, and I've never used Black Radiance ever before in my life, so I'm actually kind of nervous. It's like, I'm going on camera. This is like not the day to be trying new products for sure. Anyway, we're already here, so we're gonna go with it. If I have to wash my face and do my makeup before I go, I will. Trust me on that. And when I picked this up, I was kind of distracted because I was shopping with my son and I was like in Target, but I definitely thought that this was a concealer, not a color corrector. And I know what you're gonna say, this is kind of bright, but I love my my concealer to be bright. And then I'm going to create a little fan. And kind of making my way around the top of my lid because your girl has not waxed her girl stash. And then a little bit on my chinny chin chin for dimension. Okay, and then I'm gonna take the P. Louise 738 brush, and then I'm gonna start at the forehead. Okay, it blends out. Yeah, and it's giving. Okay, so Black Radiance is giving what it's supposed to give. Okay. I mean, I have seen so many people use it, so I'm not shocked. I'm new to this. This is new for me. And it dries fairly quick, which I like that because usually I use a fan. Oh, and it's bright. Yes. I'm loving the coverage that this is giving. And the lift. I like it. Okay, Black Radiance. Okay. And it pairs very well with the Thread foundation. This Thread definitely has a concealer, but they didn't have the shades that I need. They only had the darker shades. So I just went ahead and went with the next best thing, which was Black Radiance. I wanted this to be like a complete Thread tutorial, but I was not going to another Target that day. Like, I went to the one that was the closest. They didn't have it, and that was it. So maybe next time. Okay, so the other side is blended out, but I did want to point out that I'm bringing the excess to the sides of my mouth just to lighten it up, because like I said, these I have not waxed, so I do have like a little bit of a shadow. I already know I am looking a little light. It's okay. Hold on, let me just bring the brightness down a little bit so you can see, because it's really not giving that bright in person. So as you can see, it's really not that bright. It is lifted, but once I put the setting powder and the bronzer, it'll all come together. So, oh, how cute. This is the Black Radiance Loose Setting Powder, and it comes with a cute pad. We love a pad. And it says, well, it says peel hair. And it says to peel hair. But yeah, this is my first time using this product, so if I can get it open. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna do a voiceover for this little part because it got super noisy in the house. So yeah, the setting powder that I use obviously is from Black Radiance in the shade Honeymoon, and the lighter shade that I used is Banana, and I use that for under my eye and anywhere that I put that lighter concealer. So all the square pans in this palette are from Juvia's Place. I just depotted them so that they can fit into my makeup kit. For contour, I'm using the Juvia's Place Bronze Duo in the shade Deep, and I'm using the darkest shade in that duo. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and use the blush as well, the pinkish ones, not the reddish ones, but we'll get into that later. All of the shades will be listed below, okay? Okay, so this is how we're looking so far. I do have that creasing over here. I don't know why I'm not getting it right here. So yeah. So far it's okay. I'm just adding a little bit more powder. I feel like I'm already looking oily. So, I mean, it sets very nice. It's just for how long, you know? So I hope by the end of the night I'm not like super oily, especially on camera, but I'll bring some powder sheets. Some oil sheets so I don't get oily. So I'm going to take some of that Banana. So this is the Black Radiance Loose Setting Powder in the shade Banana. And I'm going to go ahead and just contour that part right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix these two. I really like these two shades, and yeah, that's what we're using for blush. So also too, I like to take my blush wherever I put the bronzer. I learned that tip from Jackie Aina, and it does just give the whole look like a softer effect. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then I'm gonna take my usual pink highlight from MAC that I love. I love my pink MAC highlight. But let me buff this out. It always looks so weird before you put a highlight on, but I still just want to diffuse that just a little bit. Also, before that, let me go ahead and use the Sephora Micro Smooth. I cannot live without this. You cannot get this at the drugstore, but I'm gonna go ahead and use it anyway, especially because look how shiny this is, and it looks really good in person. Okay, so this makeup looks like I'm on my like 3rd hour and my makeup is like finally setting in, so I'm a little bit nervous because if it already looks like that and I'm not done with my makeup, how am I gonna look at the 3rd hour, you know? So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and just press this. This is in the shade 60 Ebony. I love this stuff. It really just fills in like all the micro crevices that need to be filled in, and it gives the skin like a real baby like finish. And I'm gonna take the lighter shade in 35 Bronze and go underneath my eye. Hopefully that will help the creasing that I'm having in my left eye. I'm kind of like blend it out a little bit. Anyway, moving on to the highlight. It's like super old. This is from MAC, and this is from the Star Dipped Compact palette that they had maybe about a year ago during the holiday season, and I believe this is Old Darling. This brush is a P. Louise 2721, and I'm gonna just highlight all of that area. My cheekbones, highlight my cheekbones. And I like to highlight my nose, and then like right before the bridge area. There it is. So you guys see what I look like. Okay. Like, I'm not giving my usual like super snatched, flawless self. Like, I feel like a little bit of an amateur. Like, I don't feel as flawless as I usually look, but I'm still cute, because if you cute, you cute, you know? So, but yeah, now I'm just gonna add my eyeliner and my lashes. I'm gonna do the rest off camera, but that is basically the review for these products that I use. I don't know if I'm really in love with it. I feel like I do want to retry the foundation, but I want to try it with the Patrick Star powder that I've been using, that I'm absolutely in love with, and then, you know, start from there. I'm definitely good on the Black Radiance concealer. Actually, the concealer isn't bad. I might try that again with a different setting powder, but yeah, I'm just like it's not giving how I usually look. You know what I'm saying? I usually look really like flawless, and yeah. I mean, it's cute though. It's not bad. It's not terrible. It's just a lot of texture is coming through, whereas usually my texture is a lot more smooth, and I don't know what I'm trying to say. And already too, like, the sheen is busting through. Usually I don't have any sheen. I don't like my sheen to bust through until like I've been having my makeup on for a couple hours, but So yeah, I'm also going to come back and give you guys an update on how it wore out throughout the day, okay? So I'll be right back. Yeah. Okay, so I had to come back and show you guys my lashes. These are my lashes from my personal brand, King Cat Studios, and I am King Cat, hello. And this is the Style Classic. These are actually my favorite. They are very fluffy. They're spiky and fluffy, and I just really love them. So I'm gonna go ahead and put them on so you guys can see them on my face. They are available at kingcatstudios.com in case you are interested in purchasing. So yes. Okay guys, so literally this is the finished look. Yeah, so I told you guys how I feel already. I feel like I'm getting a lot of texture. I'm not getting that like blurred finish that I usually like to get. However, I feel like if you're on a budget, this will do the job. Also too, like concerning my lashes, I do have a little bit of I do have different looks for everybody. So if these big gigantic lashes aren't for you, I do understand. Me, I'm extra and I just like that. And if I don't have any eyeshadow on, that's my opportunity to like wear big lashes, because obviously I'm not gonna spend an hour doing my eyeshadow just to cover it up with some lashes like this. So yeah, these are my big mink blinks or whatever, and I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I will let you guys know how this wears at the end of the video. But until then, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you all on the next one. Peace. So as promised, I told you guys I would let you know how my makeup did at the end of the night. And surprisingly, it did really well. As you can see, I'm not any oilier than I was when I recorded the video. It has a nice healthy sheen, so you know, I'm satisfied. My friend is honestly going to kill me when he sees this, but check out the podcast.